In the 1960s, long before the internet, long before digital security, one teenager managed to trick banks, airlines, hospitals, and even the FBI. His name was Frank Abagnale Jr., and his story became one of the most unbelievable real crime tales in history. Frank was born in New York in 1948. His childhood looked normal from the outside. But when his parents divorced, his life changed. At just 16 years old, Frank ran away from home with almost no money and no plan. He needed to survive. And that is where his criminal journey began. Frank discovered something important: adults trusted confidence. If you looked professional, people believed you. He learned how to change numbers on checks and slowly began cashing small amounts. Soon, small amounts turned into bigger ones. Within months, a teenage boy with no formal education was passing fake checks across America. Then Frank had an idea that changed everything. He noticed airline pilots were respected everywhere. They got free hotels, free meals, and free travel. So Frank created a fake ID and pretended to be a Pan Am airline pilot. And unbelievably, it worked. For nearly 2 years, he traveled the world for free, staying in luxury hotels, living a life most people only dream about. But Frank didn't stop there. He pretended to be a doctor in Georgia, even working in a hospital. He later posed as a lawyer in Louisiana and passed the bar exam using pure memorization. A teenager, pretending to be professionals with years of experience, and no one suspected a thing. But every crime story eventually reaches its turning point. Banks across the country started noticing millions of dollars disappearing through fake checks. The FBI began tracking the mysterious con artist who seemed impossible to catch. Agent Joseph Shea made it his personal mission to find Frank Abagnale. 4 years, Frank stayed one step ahead, changing identities, moving countries, always escaping at the last moment. He lived in France, Sweden, Italy, and many other places, using more than 8 different fake identities. But no lie lasts forever. In 1969, at the age of just 21, Frank was finally arrested in France. He was sent to prison in Europe and later brought back to the United States to face justice. The teenage mastermind who fooled the world was finally caught. But here's the twist no one expected. Instead of spending his life behind bars, the US government offered Frank a deal. They realized something important. If he could break the system so easily, maybe he could also help fix it. Frank Abagnale was released early and began working with the FBI, teaching banks and companies how to protect themselves from fraud. The same boy who once stole millions now helps stop criminals from doing the same. Today, Frank Abagnale is a respected security consultant. His life story inspired the famous movie Catch Me If You Can. His journey proves something powerful. Even after making serious mistakes, a person can change and build a better future. This wasn't just a crime story. It was a story about deception, intelligence, consequences, and redemption.